You think you passed or failed?
I wanted to pass, but I feel like I failed.
You think you failed?
Yeah.
So I'm happy to tell you you've passed.
I passed. Oh my dude, for real, for real.
Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we have another mock driving test. And before we get started with the mock driving test, as always, anybody who is still learning to drive and has to go for the driving test, please check out the Ultimate Driving course.
Hooray! So this course really filled my knowledge gaps and I became more confident.
After watching some of the videos on the course, I felt really comfortable with the extra knowledge.
Before I passed my driving test, I was really nervous. It really helped me have more confidence, and I would take what I learned during the course into my lessons and really aid that.
The videos obviously help you because you're going into that lesson knowing exactly what you're going to do, and just having that knowledge just makes that lesson faster and you feel a lot better.
38 easy to understand, precise videos covering every single topic required to pass the driving test. These are not just theory based, they are practical videos demonstrating everything from moving off and stopping a vehicle to all of the maneuvers and every other module required. So if you're lacking knowledge, or maybe your instructor has forgotten to cover something, or you're just not grasping a certain topic, then this course has it covered. You can watch the videos before your driving lessons, which means you'll get into the car knowing exactly what to do. This will definitely save you time on your lessons. Okay, so today we have Leo, and guys, the ladies that turn up here, they've not had any driving lessons with me. They're just here for me to assess their driving to see if they're ready for their actual driving test. So yeah, I'm not really helping them out with much, not teaching them anything, just spotting their faults and just letting them know and educating you guys that are watching the video. So Leo, if you could let us know a bit about your driving, please.
Well, I've been driving for like 2 years now. Well, I did 1 year with an instructor, and after that I just did driving by myself for like with my stepdad.
Okay, so you've been driving with a family member.
Yeah.
So you did 1 year of driving lessons, then obviously we had lockdown and everything, so you've been driving with a family member since. Okay, cool. Any areas in your driving which you think aren't the best, or do you feel confident?
I'm a confident driver, to be fair, so the only thing that my instructor told me to look out for is my mirrors. Sometimes I don't check mirrors, like after I've took off corner I always check my mirrors. That's the only thing that my instructor's told me about.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm a pretty confident driver.
Cool. So yeah, you know how it works. Yeah, I won't talk about any faults as they happen, but you've watched the videos before, yeah? And as the faults happen, obviously for people that are watching, I'll talk about the faults just before they happen. Any serious driving faults will be in red text, any normal driving faults will be in amber text, and any good points will be in green text, yeah? So Leo, we just had a conversation before we started the video, yeah? And you told me you do some stuff on YouTube and
Instagram. I do like music, and I make YouTube videos around Birmingham and stuff. Some people might have seen my videos. I do like public videos, like asking people questions and like interviews and stuff like that. Just like funny videos, isn't it? Like stuff like that.
I've seen some of them where you just go up to random people and ask them questions.
Interview them and like do like funny questions and stuff like that.
Okay, but you produce music as well?
Yeah, but my main thing is like music, obviously. I do hip hop and rap.
Okay.
And then, but I like a bit of melody in my music as well.
Cool. So guys, anybody who's interested in music and like any learner that comes on and features on this channel, always like to help and support him, so please go and check out Leo's channels, please.
We really just zoned out. Going 80s and the 40s, what you know about? I'm in the passy, yeah, I'm rolling loud. Turn that speaker up, bro, I'm trying to see clouds.
Okay, so are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Have you covered the show me, tell me questions?
Some of them, but
okay.
Not. I say I'm a bit thingy, but
right, you come for a mock test, so I'm going to go through them anyway, yeah? Okay, so you'll get asked one tell me question at the start and the show me question on the move, yeah? Okay, so could you tell me how you check your headlights and taillights are working, please?
Headlights and taillights. Actually, never done a question like this. I know, like, to turn it on, you just have to press one of the buttons here on the side. Okay. But
so see, this isn't. I'm not asking you to show me. Just tell me what you would do.
I would just press the headlight button, and then the taillight would be the brake. That's a brake or something.
No, that's the brake lights with
That's
the
a
brake.
brake light, headlight and tail lights. Yeah, just turn on the lights. I'd say just turn on the lights.
Okay, right. So there, you had part of the answer, yeah.
Yeah.
But see, if this is your actual test now,
Yeah.
you'd start off with a minor fault.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
You can't fail your test for it, and a lot of people don't really revise these questions because they've been told that you can't fail for
Yeah,
these.
I've never
But
been told by instructors to like
Yeah.
about these questions or anything like that.
yeah,
So.
but it doesn't really create a good impression. Obviously,
Yeah.
when you go for your actual test, make sure you have revised them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
So the examiner, you don't want the examiner to start off thinking, this person hasn't even been bothered to revise the questions. Yeah. So make sure you do it for your test. The correct answer is says switch on the lights.
Switch on the lights, yeah.
And the way you check them, you just walk around the car.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So it's quite simple. We try and overcomplicate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right then. So whenever you're ready, if you could move off, I'm going to start off by following the sat nav. Yeah. And guys, just to let you know that Leo hasn't driven this car before, and you've never driven in Wolverhampton before either, have you?
Never.
Yeah. You'll notice that Leo starts to carry out the observations before selecting first gear and getting the car ready. Obviously, the observations are important, but there's not much point carrying out observations until you've prepared the car. This is because in the time you take to prepare the vehicle, the situation around you could change. So always get your car ready first and then observe.
At the end of the road, turn right.
At this junction, he carries out good observations before emerging out. But notice how Leo selects neutral on the approach. You should be selecting the appropriate gear to move off at the junction, which in this case would be first gear. This wouldn't be marked as a fault on the driving test, unless neutral is selected quite early on, which would be classed as coasting.
Turn right.
Here, I've asked Leo to park up anywhere safe on the left. He's about to park up before the van, but then decides to overtake and park up after it. When moving out to overtake, there was a cyclist which was just about to overtake us. Leo didn't check the centre and right mirrors before steering to the right. If the cyclist was any closer to our vehicle, then this could have easily turned into a serious driving fault. Okay, and move off when you're ready, please. When moving off, Leo doesn't check the right blind spot just before moving. After overtaking this lorry, he does good mirror checks before moving to the left. Before moving off and turning left at these lights, Leo checks the left mirror, which is good. He also checks the mirror as well after turning and before speeding up. But once on the dual carriageway, Leo changes the gears too late when speeding up and stays in second gear instead of moving up to third. Staying in lower gears will waste more fuel.
Ahead, keep right. Turn right.
Leo does this right turn at this uphill junction really well. He checks the correct mirrors, positions well, and shows good control. On the approach to this uphill junction, Leo should have selected first gear and used clutch control. This would have prepared him to go if it's clear. And it was clear to go, but because he wasn't ready on the approach, he stopped and took a while to move off. He also rolled back slightly. When there's any obstacle in your path, such as parked vehicles, you'll obviously have to steer around them. It's important to check the mirrors before and after passing, as you'll be changing direction. Leo checks the mirrors well.
After 100 yards, turn right.
At this turning, there are parked vehicles in the new road, and the space is quite narrow. Leo shows good awareness by noticing the bus and stopping in a good position. On this dual carriageway, the speed limit is 40 miles per hour. Leo eventually gets up to speed, but builds up quite slow. When turning right at a traffic light control crossroad, it's important to position well so you have the best view possible of any oncoming traffic, and also don't hold up anyone behind. Leo positions well and chooses a safe gap. Before moving off at these lights, Leo carries out good observations, checking the side mirrors for any cyclists. Here we have two roundabouts. We are turning right, third exit at both roundabouts. He does this first roundabout well.
Go right on the roundabout, third exit.
Leo exits onto the right hand lane, which is good because we are turning right again at the following roundabout. As we approach this roundabout, Leo drifts slightly into the left lane.
Go right on the roundabout, third exit.
He should have indicated right about now, but he does it too late. It is clear to enter, so Leo should continue, but he slows down a little before entering the roundabout. When exiting a roundabout, if it's safe, it's always best to exit onto the left lane so you're in the normal driving position once you enter the new road. Leo exits onto the right hand lane, which isn't a driving fault. All he has to do is move back over to the left when it's safe, and Leo shows good observation and judgment before moving over, as there was a vehicle approaching in the left lane.
After 400 yards, cross the roundabout, first exit.
Continue straight ahead, second exit please. Leo approaches and enters this roundabout well, but forgets to signal when exiting. Take the first turning on the right. This right turn is on a bend. On the approach, Leo positions over the centre white line. He should have kept to the left. And take the second turning on the right. This is the first one here, just where the van's pulled out from. As we approach this right turn, there are no oncoming vehicles, so it's safe to continue. There was no need for Leo to brake and put the clutch pedal down, as he was already at the correct speed and gear. At the end of the road, turn left. At this junction, there is a stop sign, which means you must fully stop before emerging out. Leo does stop, but he positions slightly far back from the stop line. Park up on the left please. Now I'm going to ask Leo to carry out the reverse parallel parking maneuver. He hasn't made any serious driving faults so far, and will be ending the test after this maneuver. So if he does okay on this, then he will pass the driving test. Okay, and if you could carry out the reverse parallel parking maneuver using this vehicle in front. So pull up next to it and then park behind it, fairly close to the curb.
Yeah. How about the...
Don't worry about blocking the driveway when you do this maneuver, yeah. Just finish within so there's about a car length from the back of that vehicle and the front of our car. When Leo decides to move off, there is a vehicle approaching. This sort of gap would be okay if we were just moving and driving off. But because we were moving off and then stopping next to the car, he shouldn't have moved off. As you can see from my expression, I was hoping he wasn't going to mess up at this stage of the test. Oh no! Luckily, Leo signals left before stopping, and there is enough space for that vehicle to overtake. He starts off with good observations and checks the right blind spot before our vehicle swings out. Like I always say, this is one of the most important checks during any maneuver where your vehicle swings out. Now Leo goes forward to readjust, which is fine. When going forward, he should have checked around again. There was a vehicle overtaking, but our position didn't really affect that vehicle. He finishes up in a good position, nice and close to the curb. Now it's time for the feedback at the end of the test. Let's find out Leo's reaction to passing the driving test.
Okay, if you switch off the engine for me now, please. Just going to end the test here now, yeah? Okay, Leo, how do you think you did?
I felt like I did fine until I came into that roundabout, and I feel like I did a lane discipline.
You think you passed or failed?
I wanted to pass, but I feel like I failed.
You think you failed?
Yeah.
Because of that roundabout?
Yeah, just that roundabout. I don't know, I panicked for a second. I don't know, I felt like I was in the right lane and I didn't know what. And then I seen the next roundabout. After the first roundabout, I seen the next roundabout. I was thinking, I didn't know which way it was going, so I was thinking, I might be in the wrong lane. So I didn't know if I was going to be supposed to be in the middle one or the right one.
So we were turning right at the following roundabout as well, yeah?
Yeah.
And so which lane were you supposed to use to turn right? Which lane do you normally use to turn right at a roundabout?
The middle of the right one?
Say it again.
Well,
so you're turning
there's 3 lanes, right?
There were 2 lanes there
2
on
lanes.
approach, yeah. So to turn right, which lane should you use?
Right lane.
Yeah, which one did you use?
It's the right lane. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm happy to tell you, you've passed.
I passed. Oh my God, for real? For real?
I've been waiting to say that for ages, you know. I haven't had a pass.
Honestly felt like I failed. I felt like I don't know.
There are areas for improvement, but yeah.
I actually passed.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm going to give you a pass here.
Damn, thank you.
Well done. Yeah.
Thank you.
But there are, you did a couple of times you came quite close to a serious fault.
Yeah.
And it wasn't on the roundabouts. Yeah. The good thing about your roundabouts, your observations are really good when you're changing lanes and that. Yeah. Okay. They're good. First time I asked you to park up on the left. Yeah. You took a while. There was space to park up. But then you know when you did signal.
Yeah.
You signal left and there's a cyclist behind us.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you signal left, which means you're pulling up to the left.
Yeah.
But then there was a vehicle parked up and you had to overtake the vehicle, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you signal left, and which way did you steer?
To the right a little bit.
To the right. It was a little bit. Luckily that vehicle wasn't fully on the road like this one ahead.
Yeah.
It was just a bit of it was on the road, So we still had enough space from the cyclist who was overtaking at that point as well. Yeah. So that could have been easily a serious fall if you had steered out more. Yeah, you understand, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so that, and then on that sharp right turn, there is sharp right turn that we did, it was on a bend, and you had to wait for the oncoming vehicles.
Yeah.
So the gap was kind of suitable, you moved off quite slow.
Wait, when there was a bus coming?
No, not that one. It was towards the end, when I said we're turning right, and the road was bending to the left, and you had to turn right, and there was cars coming from the left-hand side.
Yeah.
You took the gap. It's quite close,
Close, yeah.
And if you'd moved off quicker, it would have been fine. Yeah. Luckily for you, we didn't really slow that car down. Yeah, because he was approaching it. Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, you had to wait for the oncoming cars. Obviously, when you watch back, if you can't remember now, when you watch back the video, you'll realise. Yeah. And another one, ask you to turn right. There's no oncoming vehicles. Yeah, you're turning right. So, do you need to stop?
No.
Nah. You almost stopped. It was like, there's no one ahead, just go. Yeah, there's a bit of hesitation.
Sometimes I just want to be safe.
But that's like, say if there's somebody behind you.
Yeah.
Would they be expecting you to stop?
No.
No. So they could go into the back of you.
Okay,
If it's safe, just continue. Yeah. Luckily, again, there was no one behind you. If there was somebody behind you, I would have marked that as a serious fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you had affected them.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So the couple of times you were a bit slow, like at one of the roundabouts as well, you could have gone.
Yeah.
A bit sooner. You hesitated a bit. Luckily, there was no one behind us, so you got let off with that. Yeah. So hesitate. I know, like you said, a lot of drivers do that. Oh, we want to be safe. Yeah, but then
hesitations.
Yeah, they're taking too long as well. This is a safe gap. You got to show you've got that judgment. Yeah. Okay. One habit that you've got to get out of. Obviously, like you said, you haven't had lessons with a driving instructor. You've been driving with a family member. Just popping into neutral all the time while you're driving.
Yeah, that's you can't not supposed to do that.
Again, it's nothing dangerous because the way you're doing it, you're not really losing control of the car. Yeah, if you get it too early, it's be classed as coasting. It's like driving with your clutch down. Yeah. Okay. But you know when you come to the end of a road. Yeah. Yeah. It's like when we left the test centre as well. Yeah. You come to the end of the road. Which gear are you going to need to move off?
Well, if it's a double line, I have to stop, right?
Yeah, yeah. So which gear do we need?
First gear.
Yeah. So you know, just as you get in there, get first gear.
First gear.
So you know, if you got first gear, you're ready to go then.
Okay.
What you're doing, you get in neutral. It's like we're just chilling there at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when I'm driving, I just put it into neutral, let it roll to the. You're supposed to do that.
Just put your clutch down, get your gear ready. Think, okay, I'm gonna look for that gap to go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but again, it wasn't that bad that you just stop in there for ages because you were doing an approach. If you were getting there, stopping, then getting neutral, then it were taking really long, then that would turn into a serious fault because you're hesitating at each junction. If you're doing it on the approach and then you're getting gear one in, like just as soon as you stop, but get it on approach. Okay?
I will learn that.
Yeah. Definitely. So, just that, there's a couple of rollbacks which you could have prevented.
Yeah, because as well, man, I don't have a habit that when I've been driving by myself, I don't find the biting point anymore. I'll keep the clutch down, and then when I'm going to move off, that's when I just like switch.
Yeah, as long as you got control. Yeah, you won't be marked down for that. Yeah, but
rollback's not on like a.
Yeah, because again, it was just a slight rollback. On one of the hills. Yeah, one steep uphill junction when I should turn left.
Yeah.
Well, where you're following the sat nav, it was clear to go, but you stopped. Again, there was no one behind us. But that kind of stuff can lead to a serious. We're just going there and thinking, oh, I'm going to stop. You know, when you're approaching a roundabout or the T-junction end of the road, you think, go with the mindset, okay, I'm going to be prepared to go. Just let you one thing, if it's safe, I'm going to go. Yeah?
No,
okay.
Yeah.
But well done.
Thank you.
I can finally say we've got a pass.
Finally, oh my God.
Well done. Okay, Leo, thank you very much for taking the mock test, and good luck with all your music and whatever you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah. And guys, like always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.